All right. In this example, we're going to look at doing a price of a stock, or work with a price of a stock using the dividend discount model. So go ahead and pause and get things written down, and then we'll have a chat. All right. So in this particular problem, they tell you that the price of a stock today is 175, and we're assuming an annual interest rate of I, but they don't tell you what I is. So you're given that the first dividend that's going to be paid after 1 year is 7, and each progressive payment past that is going to be 2% more than the previous payment. So, and for this one, we want to calculate the unknown I. So, just going to go through this through first principles. Of course, you could use the formula that we just came up with at the end of that last video, and we'll see where that formula pops up here again. But if you forget the formula, always remember you can go back to first principles to get this. So here's your time value diagram. We're getting paid a dividend of 7 at time 1, and then a dividend of 7 times 1.02 at time 2, because we got that 2% increase over the previous, just like we've set up all these other problems before. 7 times 1.02 squared at time 3, 7 times 1.02 to the n minus 1 at time n, and so on. Again, the dividend discount model says that the value of the stock today should be the present value of its dividends in perpetuity. The value of the stock today is given as 175. Using, again, first principles here, our present value of our dividends, we've got to step 7 back 1 time period, so we get 7v. We've got to step 7.102 back 2 times periods, so we get v squared there. So on down the line, I've got to step back the 7 times 1.02 to the n minus 1. We've got to step that back n time periods, so we multiply by v to the n. Just like before, we can factor out that 7v, leaves us with this nice geometric series. The formula for the geometric series is 1 over 1 minus r, and we see from the geometric series we just came up with that the r is 1.02 times v. And then just much like what we did with the simplification in the previous video, if you rewrite v as 1 over 1 plus I in both spots and distribute, the denominator here will become I minus the growth rate, just like in the previous video. So if you remember the formula, you could have started your equation with your equation of value here and jumped all the way to this last step. But if you didn't remember the formula, again, you could go through the perpetuity using your present value first principles and come back up with the same exact formula it started with. A little bit of algebra on this last step gives you the I, turns out to be 6%.